What's up, you amazing hackers? I hope you're all doing well today. So I released a few challenges recently where I gave away some Intigriti vouchers for the new swag shop. Link in the description if you want to go there. And I want to explain to you guys how I made these challenges and what went on in my mind when I was making them. So let's get right into it, shall we? Now, the first thing I wanted to make was not too difficult. I wanted to make a little bit of an easy challenge. So I went looking for some basic JavaScript that I could find online, and I was like, I'm just going to add a variable in here, and that variable is going to contain the coupon code. Pretty easy in and of itself. Going to throw that into an obfuscator. So as you guys can see here, I just basically took the first code that I could find that was basically pretty easy to understand, and I put in a variable secret with the coupon code directly in it. By the way, this coupon code no longer works. People had to send me that code, and I would send their email address to Indy, the community manager of Intigriti, and he would send the coupon code to them. This one was won by Cymax, really good. He just threw this into a deobfuscator, and he was easy to see that the code that he had to send me was hidden in here. Now, what I did for the obfuscation, pretty easy. The identifier names, so everything in here was set to hexadecimal. Now what that would give on the output, I'm going to obfuscate this really quickly. This is going to give this, so everything you see here underscore 0x, this is what this does, identifier names generated. So what this is going to do is whenever you see, for example, create table, it's going to change it up into some hexadecimal. Now as for the strings, they are all encoded in base 64, so pretty easy. Just throw this into the obfuscator and it should give you some easy results as to what this is. Now, pretty simple this one. I didn't use too many advanced techniques for this one. As for this second challenge, I also wanted to throw it on Twitter because this one was only for my Discord channel. If you guys want to join the Discord channel, by the way, link is going to be in the description below as well. I'm usually on there, so if you want to talk to me, that's going to be the best place. Now for the second challenge, I also wanted to involve Twitter, and Cymax, he solved this pretty quickly and he said it was a bit too easy. So I took his advice and I made the second challenge more of a two-step procedure. First of all, I made this video. Now the content of the video was not really important, it was just some filler and some storyline. But what was really important was the title and the description below. So please help, urgent message by Red, can't even contain my yearning. This is a pretty odd title, we'll get back to that later. And in the description below we can see, so I've been looking at this cool encryption algorithm recently. I can't even remember the name, but it has something to do with small cars that you control. It's the version 2 of that. Weird, right? I know. I hope that you guys can figure this out before the Intigriti stuff can. They are coming. So the storyline I thought up for this was basically that I was able to do some social engineering, get a few codes for you guys, and that we had to do this quickly. And I basically put in some encoded characters in here. Now the encoded characters, pretty easy to decipher, you would say, unless you don't know the encryption algorithm, of course. But if you read this description carefully, something like recently here, recently has the capital R, which is not at the beginning of a sentence, which is strange. And cars has the same. And it's also telling you guys that it's version 2. So if you think about it, that would mean RC2 would be the encryption algorithm for this. But RC2 requires like a public key to decode. So if we go to CyberChef, let's go to CyberChef real quick. What you guys can do in CyberChef is, of course, run magic on it, but that's not going to work in this case because you really do need the decryption algorithm. So when we go over to RC2 decrypt and we paste in our input here, as you guys can see, it's not very useful yet. That's because we do need this key. But where is this key hiding? As I told you guys before, the title is also really important in this story. So the P is in capital letters here, the U, the B, the C, the E, and the Y. Now when you take that and you combine it, it spells pub key with a C. And when you give that as a key in CyberChef, you get the logical output, get me some cheese, brother. So this was the last step. I also wanted to make it hard to find this video. So what I did was I went online and I went to look for the jQuery.js code. And I just took this code and I threw it in the obfuscator as well. And then on some random line, I again added a variable and I added the link to the video. Now what I did for obfuscation was a bit more complicated again. So I compacted my code this time. When we'll do the deobfuscation, you guys can see. So let's obfuscate this real quick because it's going to take a while. Again, I did identifier names generator in hexadecimal. That wouldn't be very important here. I did a simplify and I also did some dead code injection. That's going to add in some random code that's never going to be executed to make it more hard to deobfuscate. So harder, sorry. Can't even speak tonight apparently. Now I also made again the string array, rotated the string array, shuffled it around a little bit, encoded it in base 64. But I also did some extra things in here. I disabled the console output, so it would be much harder to deobfuscate it because you cannot easily debug it, of course. This code is self-defending and it has debug protection on. So every time you're going to try to debug the code, it's going to print out debug and end on the line that's going to print out debug constantly, console.log debug, console.log debug. So I hit my code in here and people were supposed to go to the video, find out these clues and send me again the message. The first one that did it was somebody on Twitter. Congratulations to the winners. I hope you guys like this little behind the scenes look. I'm going to do a bit more of these as well in the future because I really enjoyed doing them and also because people have asked me to do them some more. I'll do some different ones, of course, because you guys know the solutions to these ones. I hope you guys enjoyed participating in them because I really did enjoy making them. If you did, I hope I deserved a like because that would mean a lot to me and I hope I'll see you in the next video. I would really like to thank my Patreons as well because it's like some fuel for this channel. I really appreciate it. Really thank you very much. If you guys want to consider becoming a Patreon, it's also in the description below, and every Patreon gets a 15-minute session every month with me. We have coaching sessions available from the web store, so if you guys want to become a Patreon, if you guys want that free coaching session, it's available on all tiers, and the highest tier even gets an hour-long coaching session. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye everyone, see you later.